realm is under despair. There's a war between two sides, and the Dragon Punch kicked things off with the fight.
Ruckus has lost his crystal power for his mech. He must restore Bolt's power. He gets big ups there, 10-foot jump, forces the slide into the barrel. That's gonna hurt, but he's gonna make it under that Fernando shield just barely.
Protective barrier, drinking the wine. No other thing to expect from the Spaniard, and Makoa stuttering around, trying to find the crystal, and Eevee into the ice block. Safe move. Makoa will not find any targets just yet, and Ruckus is at the precipice of securing victory, but no!
Oh, Theo's gonna miss that hook there. Actually connects with Ruckus, unfortunately. Doesn't actually have the crystal. Thought he did that whole time. Still chasing.
I can't believe
down.
it!
Who's he running into?
Solo ult, and Droxus is here, bringing the pain, accursed armor. What? Sky?
Sky Viable takes down Androxus. Hope is yet restored for Ruckus. He gets back up, charges forward to the Bomb King. Well, what's this, Evan? Another solo ult?
It's King Bomb for the victory. Bomb King sees his moment, and this isn't a lazy ult, ladies and gentlemen. This is the real deal. He's chasing after Ruckus, the crystal up in the air. No one knows what's gonna happen. It seems like victory is about to approach.
There he comes, Lazy, so happy, savoring this moment where he finally connects with an ultimate. Ruckus goes up into the air. The crystal is nearby. He's gonna snag it. This is exactly what he needs. This is what we play for, ladies and gentlemen. Ruckus gets the crystal back to Volt and powers him up.
No wonder aerial assault Ruckus is so valuable nowadays. You're gonna have to traverse the open skies. Pip's flanking as usual. Didn't see him at all in that.
Whew.
Welcome back.
Already.
It sure was. Now that's the way to start some Paladins esports action. Good job, man. That was fun. That was fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. The trailer always gets us excited.
It helps when you've seen the team fight 100
yeah,
times.
we thought we'd help bring some more lively action to it as well. Not that it needed any. My name is Evan Rayner. Rain Day. I'm with Nick Keogh, Hi-Rez Pretty Hair, and we're starting the North American side for the summer premiere today. It's week 2. EU battled off with some great games yesterday, and we're excited to see how things kick off in North America, which has a tight race as well between some teams.
Yep, Gangstars took a big lead. 3-0 they now sit. We'll head over into the schedule, talk a little bit about the matchups that are coming up today. First one, it's going to be Team Cryptik versus Dare Rising. The first seed versus the 4 seed Dare Rising have a lot to figure out here. This is a learning experience, even if it doesn't go their way, but they did have a good showing last week. Still dropping a game, however, to Swarm. So these games today are going to be very big for them.
You're right. Denial, they have that doubleheader as well. Going to be so important for them to get some wins here, having had a loss against Team Cryptik, who is at the top of the leaderboard with 2 wins, 0 losses. Swarm now 1-1, having taken the win, I believe, off of Dare Rising. And Denial, again, looking for that elusive first win. They have the chance to get to 2 today and possibly tie it up and move into first.
They need to win both of these games today. It's almost the similar situation that we saw in Europe, as D69 only got to play that one game. They did win it, however.
Yeah.
It was very crucial for them to win both their games. They only won one of them. Gangstars did take the win there, so they are sitting at 2-1. Denial hope to get to that record at the very best.
2-1. That reminds me of one character that can create 2 clones and is on sale. She's got the Snapdragon Ying. It is available for you 20% off. So you can go ahead and get one of my favorite Ying skins in the realm to date. And she's getting another one, Replicant, next patch. So that's an exciting thing. Just get all your Ying outfits ready.
But that's not at an even greater discount. It's Grok Tribesman, one of my favorite champions, one of my favorite masks as well. But you can see it comes with the staff, the mask, and that vest.
And the attitude, really. I mean, that's what
Grok
I get.
is ripped.
Yeah, he gets to the gym. He's not missing leg day, arm day, whatever day. But these guys, they've been traveling themselves. You can call them spaced out. You can call them Cosmic Obsidian Maven. These are the mastery skins, the rewards. You get sprays, skins, titles, and another skin, a pose, all unlocked and ready to purchase as you progress through your mastery of the champions that you enjoy. We have Eevee and Maldamba announced for next patch. You saw Victor and Maeve available. I believe the other ones were Tyra, Makoa, and there's one more, Lex. That's right.
And Thomas confirmed another 3.
He did.
So who are they going to be?
Who are they going to be?
Map number 1, though, it's going to be Brightmarsh, guys, for Team Cryptik and Dare Rising. Cryptik have been looking pretty good on this map. We've seen it fall off a little bit in Europe. I don't think we saw it at all yesterday, maybe once.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember seeing it.
I don't remember seeing it yesterday in Europe at all, but North America definitely still in favor of that. Team Cryptik in particular, it's very tight-knit, favors their snowball type of play style that they like to dominate with.
It's a new map, and you have to be ready. As a new team, as any team, you're going into this as a qualification to take it on to the big stage in Valencia. You have to be ready for all maps, especially the newest ones. So let's get into the champion selection and see which champions they will opt for here There's a lot of Ruckus first picks over on the side of EU, but Dare Rising, they select the Drogos to start things off.
Yeah, and it's almost like synonymous with how Makoa used to be, just a very easy way for newer teams to kind of have that dominance. Drogos very strong right now, so
yeah,
you know, we see Swarm going to that. Dare Rising want to lean on it as well. Cryptik say we're cool with whatever damage we end up getting. We prefer to have our tanks, our control. Yeah. This is how we want to win this point fight.
And this is so much control from Inara. You have the wall to shut off the entrances at Brightmarsh. You also have Barrack,
Is that
who
new card art again? For Ruckus?
It does, yeah. Ruckus getting a new makeover. He's looking good right now.
Yeah, it definitely is.
But there's a ton of control for Team Cryptik, and it lends them, I think, an early advantage in this game, especially if they pick up Master Riding. It's going to be hard to entrench or detrench Barrack and Inara from that point.
Absolutely. Ruckus Makoa going to be vital for that. Cassie, Maldamba locked in, so keeping themselves open for a counter pick. Whichever way they want to go. Dare Rising still need their healer, so Sarah is likely to be one of these two selections. Maybe some form of direct damage. Pip is actually going to be their healer with new card art of his own.
Wow. And despite the card art looking excellent, and I don't expect this guy to go through at all. I don't expect it at all. It's not at all. But this is something that I can expect, and I love to see not only the triple tank. First ever Ashe I think we've seen in competitive here and Hi-Rez sponsored events, specifically on the weekends, and that is a great change of pace. They picked the Androxus to maybe counter with a big ultimate, and also just some extra flank damage to take care of Drogos in the sky. Good counter pick by Cryptik, but did they expect this?
I don't think so.
This could catch them off guard.
Yeah, the Pip, it's risky because they do have the Inara, WarDoom. I don't know if he's going to be saving his Earthen Guard for that, but it has the potential to have that outplay scenario there. We'll have to see how it works out. Mega Potion Pit for DarkRider. It's going to be Flux Generator for Invocal's Ruckus Protection. Going to have Combustible for his Drogos. Pluck for Phazor's Makoa. And William 355 is going to be running Battering Ram for Ashe.
doesupz on the side of Team Cryptik will be running Exaction Cassie. Evulli on Mother's Grace Inara. iDropBodies back in the damage roll on Darkstalker Androxus. WarDoom, Architectonics Barrack, and Kusqt, the captain, filling in the healer shot calling role with Ripened Gourd Maldamba. Nick, we have a chance to take a look at Ashe for the first time here in a while. I wonder if it's possible to bring up the loadout that she's using and kind of go into some analysis on the playstyle that she's looking at. But moreover, just break it down with me. You know, what's Ashe doing to this lineup? Why did they last pick her? What does she bring to the realm? People haven't had a chance to see her.
Well, we know that Team Cryptik like to go for a heavy tank, heavy momentum-based kind of run, sort of composition here. And then I think they're just looking to counter that, because not only do they know and respect Mega Potion Pip, as Team Cryptik are the ones that kind of coined it, but now they're taking 3 tanks. They're trying to beat them at their own game, which is, you know, it's risky, but I like the move.
Certainly is here. Taking a look at her cards, we see Vanguard 4, so 32% damage reduction for 2 seconds after using Shoulder Bash, and Ramparts 4, reducing the cooldown of Siege Shield by 2 seconds, with Gatecrasher 2 coming in to reduce the Shoulder Bash and giving her a little bit of health on top of that. So she's really looking to have the damage reduction with the Legendary and keep it going for the next couple of seconds. There's that Bash to just get her into safety and throw the shield down.
Evulli just disregarded this William 355 on the Ashe and just went straight to the back line to get that pickup. Bodies finds 2 as well. Kinetic Burst misses. Not going to land. And now in a bad spot, but Ashe is the perfect character to retake a point.
And she's got so much survivability with the Legendary Battering Ram, which is why I think this is definitely going to be the competitive Legendary a lot of these players go to. Mega Potion Pip healing them back up at full, and now she's able to cover a lot of distance too. doesupz feeling the pressure, but he knocks her back with a disengage.
More damage coming through, not a ton, not enough that Kusqt can't just out-heal. Kinetic Burst primed and ready, but Evulli with a big wall, 99% on the point. Overtime's gonna start here, but oh my goodness, Dare Rising have their work cut out for them.
But if they can keep William alive right now, and with the 90% damage reduction, actually save himself from some of the burst, it won't last too long, unfortunately. iDropBodies and WarDoom just too good at surviving, both on 5 and 7 streaks, and doesupz as well tagging along with a 5 of his own will give Team Cryptik the first advantage on that point. They just couldn't break in.
Yeah, big ultimate advantage as well for Team Cryptik. The Scout, the Accursed Arm, Red Serpent all ready to go. doesupz finding a lot of free damage here. That's how Cassie sneaks herself to the top of the damage chart. She's gonna have to back up after eating a big fire spit.
WarDoom gonna be the key for me. Dare Rising, can you finish this tank who is notorious for staying alive? He's just gotten so much better at his awareness, at his positioning. He knows when to back off. Right now, just not trying to hold on to any ground that he doesn't feel comfortable on. Look at how far he is retreating, just willing to hold on to his life.
just not forsaking his team, but maybe having the foresight to back up. 4 for nothing. DarkRider take a pretty convincing team fight. Bodies looks to just circumvent and just get behind them to force DarkRider to come back, to give up that positioning they worked so hard to earn, and he's done just that as 2 members fall back.
It's a great play by Bodies, really heads up, but Invocal will get the kill on his doesupz, and now they don't know where he is, but he's going on to Ash, not the best target for that accursed arm. He won't find much value, but look at that, DarkRider doesn't see him coming, and iDropBodies stays alive this entire time and finds some big kills, and he's gonna turn this around on protection. Great play by iDropBodies in the corner.
Unfortunate. Low health, no cooldown, so protection still can't get it done. Bodies turns things around, finds himself a double. Big play from the rookie here on Team Cryptik.
Now, I think William, for me, a little bit odd as he gets taken out of the sky. The ultimate almost went through, but unfortunately doesn't give you the immunity to damage until you land. So iDropBodies taking advantage of that. 3,750 damage reversal almost takes Makoa out of the fight completely.
Where did that even come from? That's so much. The reversal throws back 75% of the damage caught, so he caught over 4,000 damage to get that reversal back. I didn't even know where that could have come from in that short amount of time. Team Cryptik sneak it through, I think with the help of a nice wall there actually from Evulli blocking some line of sight.
I think Phazor was surprised as well. He stood there ready to take it.
They all look like they were
3,700. Holy moly. I mean, this guy almost got one shot, and he is a tank. WarDoom still on a 9 streak, and this is the story. The only one who is on a streak who has not died yet. And that is just so much of the key component of what Team Cryptik do.
That's his hallmark. That's what makes him such a good tank player, such a frustrating tank player to play against. And obviously because of that mentality, people know that. People, I think, want to kill him even if he's really not out of position, if he's not really in a bad spot. People will try so hard to kill WarDoom, dive him a little bit too much, get caught out, and it's definitely a benefit that plays to Team Cryptik's strength.
Now with DarkRider here on the Mega Potion and all the Cauterized 2s already available, that's going to really reduce the efficacy of Pip's ability to heal his frontline targets. But I want to see him have an impact here. The Evil Mojo not quite ready. Dragon Punch is here. iDropBodies takes down protection, however, and this is already looking very good for Cryptik.
Mid-flight, big wombo combo. Dread Serpent into the seismic crash. 2 kills, 3 kills already going the way of Team Cryptik. Looking to make it 4, and they will.
Pip just not really contributing a lot to this team fight. William 355, the last man standing quite often, but just not having anything to say for himself. He just is slowly trickling down as the members of Cryptik collapse. DarkRider have to get their coordination together here.
69% and climbing already on the point here. Looking to maybe contest, but so much forward zone coming out. No one from DarkRider has been able to make it here on their mounts. Ash will do her best, but a dome shield from WarDoom just secures the payload for Team Cryptik.
To me, William, I don't know where he's going. Trying to find some answers, trying to just get some damage on, but everything that he's doing, he's not fully committing to pressuring any one person.
I bet he's trying to answer that question almost as much as you are. I mean, I'm sure they've practiced it, but such a new character on a new map, still just trying to figure out where, if at all, Ash is going to fit into their comp.
But for me, it's not even about where is she fitting in terms of it. You got 3 tanks. You all are available. You have enough people to stand on the objective. I'd like to see Ash with the Battering Ram Legendary, giving her that kind of second life opportunity. Just go to the backline. She should be pressuring doesupz. She should be fighting iDropBodies and forcing Kusqt out of the fight without a ceiling.
Maybe Cus, but the problem is doesupz is just going to kite Ash around for days. And same thing with iDropBodies. There's so much mobility to just run around. Trying to stabilize here. Evil Mojo combination is going to get 1. Protection's credited with that, but again, iDropBodies is going huge today. Already picks up 2.
He's having a great game, and you can't deny that. When a man is aiming this well, it's just hard to not drop in front of him. Protection, not able to find the answer here on the Drogos, although he has prioritized it as the first pick, and DarkRider just looking helpless against the onslaught. That is Team Cryptik.
Now, big shots from Cassie as well. Oh, going to stay healthy here. Dread Serpent's going to fear onto 3. Not a ton of follow-up. Evulli first to fall in this engagement. A lot of shields to chew through. Ash charging in like you wanted to see. Let's see if it pays off.
Not ready yet to find any damage. Still just concentrated in this very small area and not allowing William to really feel free, or I guess maybe confident in playing this Ash at a high level. This is what I want to see. Force the barrack out, get into that back line, take those fights. Now you're okay. You use your getaway tool as an entrance, but unfortunately,
that's what you get for diving WarDoom. He's never out of position. doesupz finds one. That may be the opportunity that Team Cryptik need to push this one through. Seismic crash does fall. Now they just got a couple of kills left to clean up.
Seeming to get a little bit impatient is William, and unfortunately doesn't turn his way. doesupz with the blast shot finds the kill on the pin, looking for 1. Triple kill for WarDoom at the end. 23 streak for him.
Okay.
Dome shield almost ready. This should be everything he needs to secure the final push. WarDoom with the last kill on the Phazor as well, and Dome Shield just to seal the deal. Will he find the last kit? Will he make it 25? He will. WarDoom with another kill. 26 streak for him. Going into the emote early. It should be, and it will be, a victory here for Team Cryptik.
Wow, dominant performance rolling through. That's the type of performance we expect to see from them on their map pick as well. Feels like they got pretty much everything they want. I'd be very curious once we see those damage numbers. I know WarDoom's probably going to be in there because the Architectonics creeps up, doesupz creeps up, but it just feels like iDropBodies had an insane game.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was the one applying all the pressure, and I think that threw DarkRider off of their plan. They had the Pip who is supposed to group up and help heal this big clump that they've seen Astro Authority previously named and now Team Cryptik use and lands to much success, but that just didn't happen because iDropBodies forced them all away, running for their own safety.
24-3 for iDropBodies, 24-3 for doesupz. Great score lines there from their damage squad, and 26-0 for Mr. WarDoom, doing what he does best.
Not bad at all. Doesn't have the top 8 OBJ. That goes to Kusqt, though, on the objective. And, again, a very important part of this win is Kusqt staying alive, not having any pressure onto him.
Yeah.
You know, the Ashe look, fantastic, but didn't really pan out the way I'm sure DarkRider was hoping.
Yeah, I don't know if the triple tank, I don't think there was just enough damage there. The Drogos carrying that all by himself.
Definitely agree.
Countered by iDropBodies with the game he was having.
Yeah.
Cuts a lot of the bite away from that bark.
Playing Ashe actually is not a big damage experience. It's this damage over time. It's this math equation. You get into somebody's face, and you know you're going to win that duel. You've got your shield, you got your health, you got your CC immunity onto any big-time damage stuff like a seedling anyone tries to throw at you. So you know you have a lot of tools to win, but she was just always in the AoE, and that was easily healed up by the Gourd, by the Mending Spirits, etc.
She doesn't do as much damage as Ruckus. She doesn't have a ton of control. She can, juggle people around in the air, but very good at applying Cauterize and just good, consistent damage through a team fight.
Yeah.
So we might see her fall into that secondary tank role, more of like a Ruckus sort of style, I would think, with a little bit more mobility.
I'd love to see that too. I'd love to see the mobility used. Just get out there, run in front of them. As we take a look at the second map, it is Ice Mine, so there'll be some opportunities to zone for sure if they select Ashe again. This is also an opportunity for some of those blasters to take, I think, the starring role here. It may not be the Barracks that steal the show. It may be the Bomb Kings, the Willows now, and I wonder how NA will maybe embrace this new AoE champion.
NA's definitely not going to be afraid to do it. Cryptik, in particular, Denial, I don't see being afraid of it either. It's just a matter of where's it going to fit in, who's going to be playing it, have they been practicing it, do they feel like pulling it out? Maybe as we see them, get their third win, their fourth win, once that's under the belt, then we'll see Cryptik probably get a little bit more spicy with their picks.
Yes.
But right now, I think they're just trying to lock it down as quick as possible.
Last weekend on the cast, we actually, I told teams like DarkRider, like Swarm, if you want to be the big dogs, don't do what they do. Don't be cookie cutter, because they know how to be cookie cutter, and they're better at doing it than any other team. That's why they're the top dogs. You guys have to innovate. You have to do something different. So I think DarkRider, they're on the right path with their pick style. I want to see them continue and throw something interesting into the mix here. 2
more tanks off the bat for Cryptik, DarkRider.
That's interesting.
We often see that with the newer teams. I think they want to get their damage people where they're comfortable, as opposed to their tank players where they're comfortable. Whereas Team Cryptik, their damage players are comfortable on more or less anything, but definitely want to have that control. At the higher levels, that control over the team fight is more important to them, because once you get control, the damage will come.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sarah's locked in for Cryptik, a notable exclusion from last game. Not picked at all, yet considered probably one of the best healers. This is where DarkRider can get funky, but they elect to go pretty standard. Say, this is the last game. It's do or die. We have to win this to stay in it. We're not going to rush anything crazy. And they've already got their Drogos there.
Tyra, final pick for Team Cryptik, just to shred these tanks and box out with the Drogos as well. Good hit scan option for him, as well as Molotov in the point. Very effective against the high health, against the Barrack. The turret's going to clean it all out.
doesupz a big fan of Tyra. iDropBodies known to play Cassie well. I expect to see Evulli on the Ruckus. Maybe, most likely, WarDoom on the Inara. And there it is. DarkRider starting things out for DarkRider will be on Ripen, Gourd, Maldamba. Architectonics Barrack this time for Phazor. William still to select his legendary. Combustible Drogos for protection. And Darkstalker Androxus for Invocal.
WarDoom Mother's Grace for his iDropBodies. We'll be playing Cassie, this time with Exaction, doesupz on Tyra with a Mercy kill. Master Riding for Kusqt playing Mortal Reach, Saris, and Evulli. Rounding things out, Aerial Assault Ruckus picks up a Cauterize as well. 2 more Wreckers come through for the guys of Team Cryptik.
And William has selected Half Shell. And 2 Master Ridings to start out, which is important on both teams. The 2 tanks grabbing it, and actually WarDoom, and then Kusqt on Saris grabbing it as well, leaving Evulli without it, focusing on the Cauterize early enough. Ruckus, a great champion to spread that Cauterize.
They need at least one Cauterize. Ruckus definitely the best on that squad. Arguably with Tyra, you know, they kind of do the same sort of thing, but Ruckus has more staying power in a fight. Doesn't have to be hiding as much as Tyra. Up into the air goes Ruckus immediately out of the gate, and maybe getting pinched a little bit here. Cryptik need to be careful.
Gotta watch out, but right now the Architectonics turrets are on the side of DarkRider, and that could be huge. That's a lot of DPS just ticking away, and it's slowly gonna make the difference in this fight. Invocal has found 2 kills himself, and he's looking to make it 3. Him and doesupz in a duel in the back line. doesupz running for his life, has no mobility, and he instead will fall to DarkRider.
DarkRider credited with it. WarDoom pushing forward, trying to keep everybody zoned out. Nobody really in control of it convincingly yet. Everyone's kind of still there, just ignoring each other a little bit right now. Cryptik in the lead, losing it now to DarkRider at 33%.
Unfortunate that Fire Spit did not connect. Evulli looking for the flank. He might force Drogos into a weird spot, but a great hook by Phazor is going to shut down any aggression and force Evulli on the defensive. iDropBodies, though, finds the kill onto Invocal.
Slowly but surely, Cryptik trying to work their way back into this one, but they're giving up a decent amount of pressure here, 54%. Looks like they're just waiting for someone to get back from spawn. And really in control right now. Comes out the Half Shell as well. WarDoom sitting at about half HP. Doesn't have line of sight to be healed either.
There's a big turret right there. His name is Ruckus. He's just standing and shooting, and that's when you got to be wary of. Phazor realizes it. Here's the seismic crash already. Starting things off. Doesn't get much for his value, but definitely helps to retake the point. Now Evulli is refiring.
Just using it for that point break potential. Surging forward now. Has defensive pools as he gets pulled into the gourd. Is it going to be enough? Kusqt with the lifeline will top Evulli back off the safety, and that is where we see things go south for DarkRider.
That play cannot happen late game. That is not, Ruckus would be dead late game. DarkRider might have taken this first objective, but because Cauterize and Wrecker are not fully in play here, it goes to Team Cryptik. If I'm DarkRider, I'm thinking we almost had that one. This is looking good for us late game to have a chance to come out the winners.
Definitely don't want to hang your head. I know that one stings too because they were at 93%, but that early seismic crash, WarDoom being very adept at dealing damage and getting it charged up. Didn't find out kills off it, but found the point break and the space created. There's a convergence now as well. It's going to pull in 3. Kusqt with some big follow-up.
Great stuff by Invocal as well to just force him out at a Dread Serpent, I think, perfectly timed. That's where you want to use it, really just to get that disruption. iDropBodies fighting off on the lower ledge against a Drogos who has the height advantage. This is not an easy fight, but Bodies going to get one shot there by Protection's rocket.
1v2 for a decent amount of time, so the payload will continue to roll forward. Nice thread the needle there with the Fire Spit. Salvo Prime, loosed around the corner, just going to connect with WarDoom. Dragon Punch is available. They feel the need to use it.
Missed it. Again, combustible, not getting a lot of value. Protection's missed a couple of key ones there. He's going to have to be very, very concentrated on making those just Fire Spits extend so they get the value. WarDoom still feeling not a lot of pressure, and Earthen Guard immediately right into a Saris heal.
Looks like they're very coordinated, and this is something Cryptik does very well. They run the Mega Push, they communicate when to stack, when to heal. I imagine the same sort of conversation happens between Earthen Guard and Saris heal.
Look at these turrets. They're just wailing away into WarDoom right now. And another seismic crash into an aerial assault Hexafire, but the Ancient Rage Bakoa will just barely trade lives with the Ruckus. Those 2 will go down, and both teams suffering without a lack of front line, but this advantage will probably go towards DarkRider.
Yeah, trading out though, kill for kill, getting more ultimates than they have spent thus far. Cryptik, I give them the advantage ever so slightly. Invocal goes down as well. Bodies in the back line, still with momentum.
DarkRider trying to just hold him off with the gourd, and that slow, the persistent slow is very important. William misses a clutch hook, and that probably would have ended dosupz's life here, yet he remains on a 6 streak. Hunter's Mark on the Phazor, extra damage onto him, and a combustible will shake things up.
Long-range Dread Serpent just to keep Cryptik at bay. Can they find some follow-up? Protection will find one. Bodies rolls out, sprays like a champ.
Man, feeling confident. Team Cryptik, that's just the name of the game for them. Confidence in your approach, confidence in your style. WarDoom trying to find the last shot, and he will on a Phazor. No wonder this guy's charging his ultimate so fast. It's just hard to move away from his shots.
He escapes as well. Bodies does go down. Protection's got a really good angle on WarDoom here, but Kusqt is the problem right now. It's not WarDoom. He's keeping WarDoom alive through all of this protection. Wise is up. into the shadow travel, they'll buy even more time.
I love what Protection did, and he just turned his eyes towards Kusqt. And for a moment, it made WarDoom that much more vulnerable that he goes down.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to do. Saris is going to get her heels off. You can't stop it, but if you can stop her in these clutch moments for just a bit, you've done your job.
Evulli a little bit too pushed up there. I mean, he does have to contest the payload, sure, but Kusqt unable to keep that line of sight on him. Actually goes down as well. So it's going to be 1-1, and this is what DarkRider are hoping for, picking Ice Mines. They want to go to the 3-3. They want to give themselves the best chance because they know that Cryptik like to play with momentum on this side. They like to just go for the 4-0, clean up, and go home for the day. They don't want to go to these 3-3 scenarios, so DarkRider looking to make them uncomfortable.
Oh, you want to get home, see your wife, see the kids, you know, crack open a cold one and watch the game. You don't want to be running late at halftime and say, what happened? These guys are trying to get this over fast as possible. And DarkRider doing everything to stop that in their tracks. In fact, trying to speed things up on their route to the point. William with Master Riding 2, he's going to get there only as fast as Kusqt.
doesupz with a item in every category: Resilience, Rejuvenate, Chronos, Wrecker 2, as well as his ultimate. I don't think we've actually seen him pop that yet, but he could elect to go to the gas pedal. You have to find that window for Tyra ultimate, because it is an ultimate that can very easily get 0 value.
I think
there it is.
Yeah, there it is. Already trying to find one. If you get 1 kill, that's all you need. And doesupz likely will die. No mobility there. And Invocal and Protection swing 2 their way. This is already going well for DarkRider, but they cannot lose Protection here, and they do.
They do. 3 for 1, though. Not the worst thing to happen to them. Evulli's going to get pulled back in. Kusqt is going to try to keep him alive, but Hi-Rez 2 is now online. Barely gets that emitter shield off. He's still alive for the time being, but he's not going to make it out.
And that is the worst thing that could have happened. If he just would have went down early, they would have been able to collapse and get this team back together, but William falls just as fast. Great wall by Inara, shutting off his path to escape.
60% now and climbing. Dread Serpents here. Convergence is
too early.
The slither was way too early. DarkRider with the misplay goes down as well as Phazor.
Just instinctual, right? He heard the call of the ultimate and immediately used it to try and get out of line of sight, but that ultimate pulls if it can see you, buddy. And he just doesn't wait. He wastes the immunity, which would have stopped the pull by just going a little bit too fast. Quick on the trigger finger there. And now DarkRider are staring at again. Team Cryptik capturing.
Oh, and needs to pop the Ancient Ray just to have the chance of getting in there, but WarDoom's trying to shut it down. He's going to stun out 3 members instead of the Makoa. A pretty wise decision. Rest of them are just low HP trickling in. I like the call from WarDoom.
Good Dread Serpent as well by DarkRider. Doesn't get it enough. They tried. They tried so hard, but unfortunately, because Makoa was the only one who was able to have Master Riding 2, he got there first, and he just had no support. No one was able to keep up with him, and Team Cryptik go ahead and capture the second objective.
20 for the payload push. A couple of ultimates as well. DarkRider just have the Dome Shield available. They used a lot to try and get back in there, so Team Cryptik are going to have a lot of tools in the shed here to get this payload off and rolling. There's not going to be any Dragon Punches to skunk this time.
And, you know, it's not the size of the boat, it's the motion in the ocean, right? It's not the tool, it's how you use it. I don't see them really having a flanker, but Drogoz can fill that role sometimes, and he needs to pressure out Kusqt. That's what needs to happen, but this healer's still free firing, and Phazor taking down doesupz will also lose his big AoE support.
That was a board ultimate. I think he just wanted to do that.
Yeah,
didn't even know if anybody was really around that corner, if he's going to have any angles, but just popping it nonetheless. It seems to be working out okay for Cryptik. 2 for nothing thus far. iDropBodies needs 1 more for the strafe pattern.
Good juice.
His hands are wiggling.
Oh, this is too much there. The convergence should definitely clear this one. William coming out right at the end. Good half shell as well. The Gord is going to keep him alive, and those 2 moments, those 2 skills might have changed everything, but here's a Hexafire, here's a skill, and that's a push successful. He backs out, tries to stay alive, and emitter to finish off Invocal.
Double kill for the WarDoom right down the end there, and that's not Gord. 1, 2, 3. Cryptik back with the momentum on their side in a big way. A lot of items advantage as well. Big rejuvenates across the board. WarDoom with the Resilience 2, just to cancel out that Dread Serpent as best he can, but pretty decent job at keeping up as long as they're not getting beat out too hard. I mean, the rough part is that Cryptik did get most of their Hi-Rez 3s online, their Wrecker 3s. That's going to be the biggest gap closer. Yeah. Hi-Rez 2 is enough to the point where you're not getting rolled over and you're just simply not out damaging Kusqt's heals. But it's definitely going to be a big advantage for Team Cryptik.
Yeah, that's essentially a very marked difference, and we've commented it on videos and analysis and post-game and throughout Paladins. The community knows Hi-Rez is a big impact player towards this later stage, and William, he knows that. He's got to get a good pick, but right now, again, going for the maneuver that just allows them to be pinchered a little bit. No bonus damage, but the half shell will hopefully save them. Dome shield needed to be used just to keep him alive.
serves its purpose, chases WarDoom out. He's narrowly going to escape. doesupz is here to peel. Look at this body blocking from Team Cryptik. They are so good at keeping each other alive. Big seismic crash, double kill for doesupz. Now looking to make it a third. Mercy kill could be good enough, but he doesn't need it. That triple kill just with the left clicks.
Now that was a board grenade. That was a board grenade right there. And he is ready. He knows he's not feeling the pressure. They don't have anyone who's really able to deal with them. Even Invocal, when he gets close, is just taking so much damage that there's no way for them to be able to beat this off. Team Cryptik.
Coming through here, it's going to be the Cryptik victory in slow, isolated play. Big seismic crash there at the end. WarDoom, all good stuff. Triple kill from doesupz with the Cauterize 3 advantage over the Cauterize 2. Not a whole lot left to do.
Not at all.
DarkRider.
Not at all. DarkRider go down. They end up falling in this set against Team Cryptik. Not surprising. I mean, it's the best team here. They're #1. DarkRider falling in last place, so nobody could have predicted anything differently if you were just staring at the stats. Looking at the stats in-game, not much of a story to tell here. They just really couldn't put it together in the objective fights.
But this is, valuable experience for DarkRider to be able to practice at this level. In my eyes, they have earned this, right? Yeah. Every week in the open brackets, they're fighting tooth and nail to maybe get the chance at one of these top teams, to maybe get, I don't know if they're scrim partners or what that kind of climate is like, but now that they've locked this in, they get 4 weeks of just good, competitive, high-level play against the best teams in North America, and they need to use this opportunity to learn a lot, to move forward, and, secure their spot as one of those top 4 teams that are maybe looking to make it some lands.
There's not a textbook as to a younger team, a newer team, how to get from the bottom to the top. It's just something that's happening now. You're making your own history. So DarkRider, you're right, playing this well, maybe showing Team Cryptik that, hey, we should make these guys scrim partners. We should give them another chance to play us some more. Maybe let them in and help them grow, give them some pointers as we improve our scene. Knowing Kusqt and the boys, they're really intent on making North America relevant in the overall global scene of Paladins. Well, we've got more North American action. We're staying here, and we'll be right back with set number 2. More great games happening all this Sunday, so we'll see you right after this quick break.